What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 4 NBA props for today, Friday, December 29th, 2023. Almost in that new year, guys. Happy holidays. Just had Christmas. 2 days till the New Year's. Or 2 days till New Year's Eve, I guess. And then the New Year's. So really excited for 2024, guys. We're going to keep on smashing these bets into 2024. Really quickly before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and if you guys are interested in the VIP slips, I post my exact slips every single day, every single slip I play for every single app, and if we don't profit on your first day of joining, you do get your $20 back, and you keep your month of access. So, for example, if you signed up today, you get access till January 29th. And if we lost today, you'd get your $20 back as well. I don't think we're going to lose, though. Super confident in the picks today. One of my favorite boards in the past week, actually. So really excited that it's on a Flex Friday. We have some 6 picks, some 5 picks. Sleepers doing a protected play as well. Tons of potential for some big plays, some big money today. So loving it. Other than that, guys, if you're new to Chalkboard, Sleeper, UnderDog, Prizepicks, use code TTL for a 100% deposit match, and you'll get 1 free week of VIP as well if you want to try us out. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started into the picks, guys. I do appreciate every single one of you. We've done amazing this year. I'm going to do the math on the 31st in that video, and we're going to see how many units we're up this year, but I'm thinking somewhere around 300, maybe even 400. So super excited to see that. We had some months this year where we were only up 20, 30 units. We've had other months where we're up like 110, 120. So we'll see. We've had one losing month this year out of the 12 months, and that was a 35 unit loss in that month. So that one was a pretty bad month, but overall, we've been very profitable. Let's get into it, though. I do appreciate all of you. Sorry the video is a little bit late today. Someone in my comments really struck a nerve with me yesterday. And he said, stop yawning in your videos. And he said, I'm not saying this to be mean. He said, but I can tell like you've uploaded every single day for over 2 months now. You're wearing yourself out. Like if you need a break, take a break. Like you're wearing yourself out. And I decided to sleep in a little bit today. I got my VIP picks posted at around 10 or 11 a.m. rather than the normal 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And just slept in for an extra few hours, and it really helped out, and I do appreciate those that actually care about my well-being. But let's get into it. We're going to be using Outlier.bet and DG Fantasy for our research. If you're not on DG Fantasy, use code LIMIT for 25% off your first month. We're going to go to that DFS optimizer. We're on Prizepicks. We're only going to be doing NBA right now. And then on Outlier, you can just use my link for a free week. And we put on assist points. These are the stats that I actually like looking at. I don't like doing first quarter. Blocks and steals are usually pretty, they have high variance. Turnovers have high variance. So I like doing these stats that I have selected. We're going to go over to Prizepicks. And let's do this thing, guys. We're going to go in order of most confident to least confident, as always. And our most confident pick of the day, we're going right back to the well. I've played this player so many times. We're taking Clint Capella over 13.5 points and assist. Now, if you want to take 12.5 points, if you don't think he's going to get 1 assist, be my guest. I personally like his points and assist. I think he's going to get 2 or 3 assists today, just because this matchup and because Clint, either, I don't know, some games, he does aggravate me a little bit because I take his over 0.5 assist on Chalkboard and Sleeper sometimes, and most of the time he hits that. It's like a 70% hit rate or something. We'll take a look in a second. But when he doesn't, it's just so aggravating because he has so many potential assists. It's not like he doesn't pass the ball. He passes the ball, but then the Hawks will just miss. Every person he passes to just misses. But I do like the points and assists. I think he's going to get 2 or 3 assists tonight if they can actually make their shots, especially versus the Kings. Let's take a look at Outlier and let's take a look at this pick. So we're going to type in Clint Capella and let's take a look. We can see the over 0.5 assist right here, minus 180 odds. He's hit this in 69% of games this year. So, I mean, he is hitting it a ton. The Kings, 22nd in assist allowed, 24th in assist allowed versus centers. He's had a few games where he's gotten 2 or even 4 assists. I think it could be one of those 4 assist games today, or at least 2. But we can see in the head-to-head 2-1-1 looking good. But I'm taking the points and assists here because just assist isn't on Prizepicks. If you want to take just assist on Sleeper or on Chalkboard, feel free. Go TTL. But this year, points and assists, we can see he's gone over in 16 of 29 games, 55%. Last 10, 80% of the games. I'm really loving this matchup for him. We can see the Kings overall, 22nd in points allowed, 22nd in assists, versus Centers, 12th in points, 24th in assists. So they allow a ton of points and assists. He's exceeded this in 7 of his last 8 games at home. And he's shooting 8.5, so around 9 field goal attempts per game. And he's getting around 3 free throw attempts per game. So I'm loving this as long as he plays his 25, 26 minutes or more. If he plays 30 minutes plus, I do really love this play tonight. Let's lock it in with confidence. We can check the head-to-head matchup. He's gone under in all 3 games in the head-to-head matchup. But we can also see he's getting less free throw attempts on average, less field goal attempts, and less minutes on average. So this year, he's going to really come out of his shell a lot this year. I'm loving the way that he's been looking. Let's take the points and assists over 13.5. After that, let me go ahead and open my Discord just so I can have all my plays on the side, just so I can keep an eye on them. But after that, we're going to take Tyus Jones, and we're going to take his over 18.5 points and assists. So this one's already been bumped. That's another reason that you guys want to get in on that VIP, guys. The link is in the pinned comment. It's that Patreon link. But you guys want to get in on this, man. We get them pre-bumps every single morning. I make lines bump because everybody starts taking the slips. But 18.5 points and assists. 19 is fine. It just adds some push potential. This is versus the Nets. I expect this to be a shootout. It's the Wizards who have a terrible defense versus the Nets who have a terrible defense. So I'm loving this. Let's take a look. Tyus Jones over 19 or 18.5 is what we got it at. Over 18.5 points and assists. We can see it's minus 125 to minus 130 everywhere. Over his last 10, he's cashed in 6 out of 10. In this season, he's cashed in 14 of 30, 47%. So it is a little bit rough when we look at it there. We can see there's no really injury news. Washington Wizards are 6.5 point underdogs. So, I mean, it's supposed to be pretty close, but there is some very slight potential for blowout. I don't personally believe so, though. He's averaging 28 minutes per game. He's shooting 10 field goal attempts per game, with 3.5 to 4 of those being three-pointers. And we can see the Nets, 20th in points allowed, 15th in assists allowed, versus point guards. They're 21st in points, 4th in assists. And when we take a look, where can I find it? Where's it at? We'll take a look at the game total of this game as well. I'm pretty sure it's fairly high. So yeah, there's a 242.5 point game total. I expect this to be really, really, just like I said, just a shootout. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored. I think Tyus could be a big part of that for the Wizards. I don't think it's going to be Kuzma. I'll tell you that right now. Kuzma has just been looking terrible lately. But I do think Tyus should be a big part of his team. We can see his past like 5-6 games. This is past 7. He's cast in 6 out of 7. He went for 24, 33, 25, 27, 20, 28. And these are versus some good teams. Like that 28 was put up versus Orlando. The Magic are like the top defense for everything. Points, rebounds, and assists. And then we can see last game versus Toronto, he got 16. So we came really close. Last game he did only play, he actually played 30 minutes. I'm surprised because it was a 30-point blowout. But I'm loving this play tonight. Let's lock it in with confidence. Tyus Jones over 18.5 points and assists. I think that it's just going to be just a bloody match. I think there's going to be a ton of shooting, a ton of scoring, and with locking in with confidence. After that, we're going to take old Deonte Murray, and we're going to take his over 20.5 points. Let's take a look at that. So this one's been bumped as well from 20.5 to 21. And this is on the same team as Clint Capella. We're going to take his 20.5 points. Let's take a look. Deonte Murray over 20.5 points. This is around minus 118 on FanDuel, minus 130 on BetMGM, 120 on Caesars, all the way at minus 140 on DraftKings somehow. But we can see over his last 10, he's cashed this in 5 out of 10. 3 of these was by 0.5 losses. The other 3 were 3.5. Very, very close. In the head-to-head matchup, he's cashed in 1, lost in 1. And in 2023, he's cast this in 13 of 30. And again, we can see 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. He's come very close in basically every single game. I don't think there's any injury news. We have DeAndre Hunter out. That's the biggest news really for him. We can see the spread. It's a 1-point spread. So the game is supposed to be super, super close. Out of the 6 games without DeAndre Hunter, he's cashed in 3, missed in 3, and the 3 misses were super close. We can take a look at his field goal attempts. This is the main reason I'm loving this play. He's shooting 8 3-pointers and 18 field goal attempts per game. He's almost having as many field goal attempts as he has points. He's just averaging 47% field goals made. So field goal percentage. So I think that he can go over that today. As long as he can make 10 or 11 field goals, he's there, as well as the free throw attempts, of course. So we can see some games he's even getting upwards of 20 field goal attempts. So I'm loving this. Let's lock it in with confidence. We can see the outlier insight. He's exceeded this in 5 of his last 6 games against the Kings, 23 points per game average. And we can see the Kings 22nd in the league for points allowed, 8th in the league versus point guards, but I don't think that's going to matter for us today. I think he's going to be able to pull through without DeAndre Hunter, and I think he's going to be a great pick for us today. Our 4th and final pick is going to be one from DG Fantasy. Let's take a look, and one that really stuck out to me was, where's it at? Okay, so I think we bumped one of the plays, possibly. Yeah, so it looks like we bumped the play. So I did get it from DG Fantasy, but we most likely bumped it. Let me take a look at the play, and let me see if it's bumped. Yeah, so the play that we took, that's so funny, man. The play that we took was under 10.5 rebounds and assists for Bronson. Unfortunately, now he's at 10. You can still take this. We did get it from this. It's just going to be less odds now, of course, because it's push potential. But we'll just give a different one that I've also liked today. We'll take Kyle Kuzma, under 35.5 fantasy. This is another one that I played in the VIP. But that Brunson under 10 rebounds and assists should still be fine as well. But let's take a look at Kuzma under 35.5 fantasy. So what we can use DG Fantasy for is we can take a look. We can see minus 119 odds according to DG Fantasy. We can see it's at 34.2 and the under is plus 100. And 33.9 and the under is plus 100 on different sports books. We can go to the fantasy scores page for DGF and we can see Kuzma. There's a 1.5 fantasy point difference between the average fantasy score and what Prizepicks has. And this is using the same exact Prizepicks scoring as well for the PRA. And then we can take a look on Outlier. So I like using both of them as mentioned. We take a look at Kyle Kuzma's PRA. We can see the under is favored at minus 125. He stayed under this in 9 out of 10 games versus the Nets. 2 games this year, he got 22 PRA in both of those. 2023 stayed under in 17 of 30. And versus power forwards, the Nets are first in the league for least amount of points, second for least of assists, and 14th for least rebounds. So I'm loving this. He's failed to exceed this in 7 straight games versus the Nets. So I'm just loving this play tonight. I think that he's going to stay under the fantasy. I do prefer fantasy rather than PRA, just because most of his PRA is going to be from points. And when I mean most, I mean like big time most. And I just don't think that he's going to be able to score too much tonight. I don't think he's going to get many rebounds or assists. Loving this under 35.5 fantasy score. So these would be my top 4 picks of the day. Again, in order of most confident to least confident, we have Clint Capella over 13.5 PA, Tyus Jones over 19 PA, Deonte Murray over 21, and Kyle Kuzma under 35.5 fantasy score. So again, 3 out of 4 of these, or 2 out of 4 out of these have been bumped. I was going to add Brunson rebounds and assists under 10.5. It got bumped as well. So 3 out of 5 technically of these plays got bumped. If you guys want these before bumps, go join that VIP. The Patreon link is in the pinned comment. And I'll see you guys in the next free pick video.